bench. Tristan Thompson is out there with Antawn Jamison. And it's G in at the 30. And for Portland, Joel Pisvilla is out there with Hickson. And there's Felton. And it's Matthews. And it's Batum in at the 3 seed.
That was a serious need there. You can't blame him too much for not being able to corral it in. Well, he needs to show more patience with the ball. That steal was easy pickings on such a long pass.
And there's Cook. That's the assist by Matthews.
Great assist down low. You know, as we look at the Blazers, check them out. I mean, a small market team, tremendous fan support. They're the only game in town as far as a major sports team is concerned. And their ownership has not been shy or bashful about trying to spend and being willing to spend to make them a contender.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, when Byron Scott and I had a chance to catch up a few minutes ago,
I just showed out a game is this.
our opponent's feature and has a measure for it. He said we're going to turn things around on them, getting them up in the air with pump fakes, creating some contact, and get them in foul trouble. Let's see if they're successful.
All right, Doris, thanks. So, Clark, we're thinking mainly about how to tackle the defense.
It won't be easy, Kevin. I mean, they're going to have to take a few body shots before it's all said and done. It's going to be a bad one, Steve.
Yeah, I like that. Our body shots. Go inside early. Try to pound it inside. And you can play inside out at that point. But try to soften up that defense and make them move on a little bit.
Clark, as you said, going back to the Blazers, small market team, big city pocketbooks. And Steve, now also a pretty new front office. They're going to another general manager this year.
Yeah, despite the change, Portland's front office continues to be innovative and aggressive, making moves to try to improve this team. We know they've got plenty of money. Paul Allen at the helm. But can they put forth a consistent plan, and can they stay healthy with the players on their roster? Those are the questions I have.
Pocket 4. Here's Parker on the mark from 16 feet out. Parker's got his first points of the game. And Portland with the ball. Here's Irving. He's covered by Felton. Irving kicks to Jamison. He passes to G. And a strong finish with two hands.
There's anybody in the building that didn't appreciate that throwdown.
Well, Steve, that's as fancy a finish as you could possibly get.
Serious degree of difficulty on that one.
Here's Felton. Stolen by Jamison.
And now that's twice we've seen the offense collapse. That's back-to-back empty trips because of turnover.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem because now all of a sudden you start turning the ball over and you lose all offensive rhythm and flow.
One thing you know when it comes to Nate McMillan as a coach, his teams are very disciplined and deliberate. And he's a bit of an anti-run and gun guy. He preaches more ball control and making the smart play than forcing the tempo.
Here's G. Straight up. And so he draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot two. Back to McMillan. Steve, that is a bit of how he played as a player. He also liked defense, too. I know that.
Yeah, he was a tough player, smart, very heady point guard during his playing days, and really made his mark in Seattle playing under George Karl. He's one of Karl's all-time favorite players.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. They rule this one goaltender off the shot. The Cavaliers leading by 5. And here's Irving. Chip.
For the most part, they're doing a nice job of taking care of the ball.
Back to Crawford. Over Jamison. And Crawford pitches it on the assist by Hickson. There's a minute 47 left in the first.
It was inevitable that it would be a struggle for the Cavs last year, guys. I still don't think anybody saw what was coming with them out west.
And that one's good. Parker.
He is not the guy you want to leave open behind the arc, guys. I mean, come on, you got to understand who you're defending.
Crawford outside. And Hickson throws it down.
He's got himself involved in just about every aspect of this game.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic all-around performance, guys.
Now, here's Thompson. Talk about the Cavs flanking out west against the Western Conference. Just 4 wins in 30 games. That was the worst total in the league.
Yeah, they actually got swept in their 10 games against the Northwest Division. So they knew it would be rough without LeBron. They're on the move. They've got a couple of high draft picks to work with. They're trying to restock their talent base. And I think Cleveland is going to make major improvements this year.
Here's Thompson. Outside for Jamison. Feeds it to Irving. Moving it around nicely. Passes it to G. Dishes to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Irving. He's in again. Knocks it loose. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Crawford. Missed.
I think he caught a glimpse of the defender out of the corner of his eye because he just seemed to lose his focus there for a moment.
Irving passes to G. Goes right up. Portland grabs the miss.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Thank you.
It's the bucket. Crawford's got 5. At the end of 1, both teams picked up some points. The Cavaliers lead by 10. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving and Anthony Porter on the back. Antoine Jamison after Tristan Thompson and his G in at the small court. So it's Cleveland now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Irving kicks to G. He's covered by Felton. An easy 2 points on the layup. He's got 10.
Both these teams really fighting hard here. This is an impressive matchup.
Yeah, and not much separation able to be created either way, and I really marvel at the effort being expended by both of these teams.
And Doris Burke has some for us. Hey, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Raymond Felton has been gaining admirers around the league for what he brings to the table, and that's seen him change addresses more than once over the last year, as different teams have looked to acquire him. Felton said, "You might say him fast off the dribble, but can get in the paint. I'm a tenacious defender. One thing people always say about me is I'm a leader, and that's what I've always been. So I keep that role everywhere I go. Guys, you love that leadership from the lead guard."
It certainly is. Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, I agree. And you saw his fingerprints really on 2 different teams last year. Did a great job for the Knicks before the Carmelo trade. Then came over to Denver and helped lead that young team to the playoffs. And the Blazers did a pretty nice job against Eastern Conference teams a year ago, going 18-12.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
What do you think, Steve?
Both teams still kind of feeling each other out here. Neither team has been able to find an edge in this game.
That was a dynamic 2-hand dunk there.
Right in the face of the defender.
That was a tough, gritty finish.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Smith is checked in. As we think about the Blazers against the East, you told us that record. The Eastern Conference historically known part more half-court defensive-minded teams, and I think the Blazers kind of fit that mold.
I think so. I mean, they take on a bit of the personality of their coach, Nate McMillan, kind of a tough, gritty basketball team. They can grind out games. They don't mind doing that. So when you think about the Eastern Conference style, the Blazers kind of find that comfortable for them.
Parker dishes to Jamison. Some good ball movement here. Baseline try. And there's another one for the Cavaliers. Portland leading. Smith the pass to Hickson. And here comes the break.
Wonderful, unspoken communication that time between 2 teammates.
Of course, the timing was ideal.
Well, a difficult play made you look easy.
But I think Kyrie Irving already has the NBA-ready game. I mean, you see it already. He can shoot at the NBA level. Nice jump shot. Pretty reliable. And stronger than he looked.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Smith. Irving. And again, it's Cleveland. Here's Crawford. He's got 7.
Look at this.
Pistons up.
Cookies.
Cavaliers leading by 3. Ball back to Kyrie Irving. You mentioned his outside shot. Last year's speed at 2. 46% from beyond the arc.
That's a great percentage for anybody, but particularly for a freshman. You got to come in his first year and to shoot that well. You know, what I like about him too, shooting is not even the best part of his game. He's a penetrator, a distributor, facilitator. He's got a chance to be an excellent all-around player.
And Crawford picks him up defensively. Puts up a 3. That's good. Now it's a 6-point Cavalier lead. Crawford right side. Again, missing.
One of the shots he's taking has been a little head scratching. I mean, he's out there playing like it's a game of horses.
Got that one up quick. Irving's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Oh, this is scary. You got to score rolling like this. You're in some trouble.
Yeah, you can't leave a guy like that on an island. I mean, you got to bring some help.
Here's Cleveland. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's G. Up and in on the layup. G's got 17.
Boy, he's been so cool out there. Composed, never rattled. I mean, very steady contributor to the offense.
They get the rebound. And here's Dilla gets it to go.
Defensively, you have to get a body on somebody every time down the field.
Irving can't get it to go. And the Trailblazers going now the other way. And Matthews kicks to Felton. Crawford dishes to Felton. Get the shot. Johnson with the rebound. They can go 2 for 1.
You need to play it smart. Make sure you get a good shot first, and then maybe a second possession.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's Crawford. He gathers. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Jameson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Nothing's working for him here. He's just really struggling to find the basket.
That lead pass allowed him to get straight to the hoop without losing any momentum.
And Brisbilla gets it to go. Brisbilla's got 6.
You know, those types of high percentage shots, Kevin, should be a big part of what they do going forward.
Clock runs out. We're heading to
They beat him. It's alright. I can see that the second.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half
Right
about
now.
to get underway. It's been a close one so far.
Well, it's great to see Kyrie Irving on the NBA hardwood for the first time. We've seen so many terrific point guards in the NBA recently. And, he's got a chance to be one of those all-star type point guards like Chris Paul or Darren Williams or Derrick Rose. Of course, it's going to take a lot of work ahead of him.
They got Hickson. Felton is out there with Matthews.
What the hell?
And it's Batum at the 3 with a small ball. They're the real for Nick McMillan starting the second half. Let's now go to the sideline and catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, as you know, the Cavs made history for all the wrong reasons last year. And they hope to learn from and build off of for the future. As Antoine Jameson said, we're in the record books. We all know that. Something we don't want to be a part of. But you can't go back and turn back the hands of time. Sounds like they're trying to turn the page and move to a new history, guys.
As always, Doris, Cavs trying to put that streak behind him.
You know, that's the attitude you got to take. I mean, you can't dwell on the past and keep moving on.
Ball's not loose. And for Kyrie Irving, only one abbreviated year in college at Duke. So, Steve, as you said, plenty of room for development. And take a one step further, Clark. What areas you think he needs to kind of polish off here?
You know what? For being as young as he is, he has a really good understanding of the game and a feel for the game, so that's going to serve him well. Other than that, I think he just has to get back to playing on a regular basis. He only played 15 games or so in his college career, not even that.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Nicholas Batum was the 25th pick in the draft back in 2008 for Portland. He's really developing a nice player. He's got that great length that helps him defensively. And he's also become an excellent shooter as well.
And so he makes both from the line. You're right, Steve. Batum has. His shooting percentages last season fell off just a bit from his stellar numbers in his second season, but Clark's still very much a two-way player.
Yeah, that's part of his maturation and growth as a player. Consistency from season to season. He's very much a hot name. I mean, the Blazers' phones were lighting up with teams that would love to make a trade for Batum. I mean, he's got tremendous potential.
Here's G, defended by Batum. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
That was interesting. He was at a huge disadvantage size-wise when he found his way to the basket.
Well, Steve, you know, giving up some height on the mismatch didn't really affect him.
Deflected. Trying to shoot. Pull from the top of the key. The Cavaliers pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Yep, I think it's pretty clear. The higher you get, the harder the fall is to the bottom. And the Cavs found that out last year as they tried to rebuild, and it was as unpleasant as the season could be.
Here's G. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. G's got 9 points now in just the second half. Jamal Crawford is checked in for Portland. Here's Parker. 7 points in the game. Top to bottom. No pun intended, it was horrible for the Cavs. First time, team goes from best record to the worst record in a year. Steve, that was a dubious distinction.
Well, we all know why it happened. It's on one man. LeBron James is so talented, such a great player. Once he was gone, basically the entire foundation fell apart for Cleveland. So we'll see what happens as they attempt to rebuild without their star.
Here's G, guarded by Crawford. Thompson backing down. He fades it to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. And by Crawford. And another miss by Cleveland.
It's been a struggle for him offensively tonight, and they'd love to have his production up here.
Dixon's got 15.
They're just getting hammered inside and really need to find a way to be tougher down there. They gotta be physical. They gotta man up in there.
I agree. When you look at the points they're giving up, most of them seem to be coming inside the paint. Rough goal for him this quarter. He just has not been able to find the touch.
Murphy's Law on display. What can go wrong has gone wrong. Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he's
done that.
just give it up and look for his teammates to do the score.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And for the Blazers, their play as a whole has always been a factor. Great home crowd in Portland, and last season they were 30-11 at the Rose Bowl.
Now, here is Rubin. He's got 9.
That's his fourth, so he's going to have to be very careful the way he plays and pick his spots here in the second half.
Portland trailing here. Steve, for the Blazers,
That's
they left it home for the last 4 seasons. We talked about the numbers last year. Clark, they've really made the Rose Garden a tough place to play for visiting teams.
You know, going back before the Rose Garden was there playing in Portland when I was in the league in the early 80s, I mean, fans really are special. They always support that team. And, you know, the physical style that the Blazers play, you know you're in for a challenge coming into play.
Rebound by the Trailblazers. Crawford up top. 10 points for him. That puts them in the lead. Crawford's got 12 in the game. Here's Thompson, trailing by 2. They need this.
That's what he does.
AG with the stop. And it's a tie ball game. Clark and Steve Eater's side has relented a bit in this back and forth affair.
Well, 8 lead changes, Kevin, so far as the teams are battling it out here in the third.
It's all building towards what could be a great finish. This would be fun to watch.
Crawford with the steal. Off in time. Can't get it to go. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Here's Irving. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving and Anthony Barker bearing up in the back. Alonzo G is out there with Anton Jameson. And it's Thompson in at the center position. Here's Felton. It's Crawford on the wing. Over Irving. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. The Cavaliers trail by 4. He dishes it to Jameson. On deep. Matthews with the rebound. Matthews has got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Felton. Crawford kicks to Felton. Crawford outside. From outside, off the mark.
Now remember, he made 2 3-pointers in the first half. Not been able to get anything to fall here in the second.
He made sure to get a little extra hang time there. Just to rub it in the defender's face.
Look out below. Hamilton.
He just wanted to make sure he wasn't coming down on top of anybody.
Irving kicks to G. And there's the pass to Irving. Felton defending. Thompson. Rebound by Raymond Felton. Goes up to the stripe. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Irving lets it go from deep. And that one's good.
Even in transition, wide open three, it's tough to pass up.
Crawford outside. At 6. Shoots from the high post. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, that's definitely a good look. I mean, defense can't be that relaxed. I mean, they're not there and expect him to miss consistently from there. He's too good.
Now here's Crawford. Gathers.
Buffer.
It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
His position here, the hoop, anticipating the play and getting the putback.
Here's G. And Crawford picks him up defensively. Crawford with the steal.
He's been efficient, though, offensively for the most part. That's only his first turnover for the game. For the Cavaliers, it's been a real struggle against Crawford.
He has 18 points and 2 steals. He's given them a lot with his passing and with his defensive work.
He's been so active on the court in both ends and really playing a nice game.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Irving passes to G. Up with it. Cannot hit. And the Trailblazers going now the other way.
This game very well could come down to a few possessions, and if that's the case, rebounding could play large.
Yeah, a close game like this one, securing the ball is so vital. Nice time to use that foul to stop the win.
You know, if you can say at just 1 point, that foul was the right move. Wow, what a turnaround from the line this has. Not 1 foul shot missed yet.
Well, when you have the lead and you're trying to close out games, you've got to make free throws, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Caspi is checked in for the Cavaliers.
What's going on?
2 for 2. It's a 7-point ball game.
Nice job to make them all. That's a big play to extend their lead.
Fires the 3. Nice D from Crawford.
They're trying to come back here, but you got to get
the first that will push the lead to double digits. Alonzo G checked in for Casper. He's off that time, second free throw missing.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Irving. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Come on, kill us.